Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Job Not Done podcast. I'm your host, Jackson Hogan, and today we're going to talk about one of the most important things in life. And that there's this common misconception out there on what is like the most valuable resource, right? And believe it or not, it's actually time. See, we may think it's money, we may think it's other various things in our life, but time is really what it comes down to, right? Because we are finite creatures, we only live a certain amount of time and we're limited in that time and we can't get that time back within the limited amount of time we have. So I have four main talking points today that I think will help you understand why your time is valuable and why it should be spent worthwhile. All right, let's get into it. So the first key concept of time, and this kind of coincides with money a little bit, right? Money does lead and it does contribute to aspects of our life that can make us happy. However, when it comes down to it, time really is what you should be focusing on, right? You maximize your time, maximize what you do in your time, you can make more money. What does that really mean, though? It means if you spend your time cautiously and efficiently, you will come to find that not only are you finding success, but you're accumulating and gaining wealth. See, this plays on the whole idea like when we hear it in the news or, hear it from somebody else, like time is money. I mean, it literally is. The more time we have, the more developments, the more possibilities for to make money that we have, that we possibly have, right? We're increasing basically our chances, our opportunities to accrue wealth, or it could even just be happiness. So when I emphasize that time is money, and what we choose to do with our time is reflective of our earnings, rewards, and satisfaction throughout the course of our lives, guys. When you spend your time properly, you can make your quality of life so much better, guys. You can you can increase it tenfold. That little bit of suffering that we kind of talked about last episode, it's almost worth it because you're suffering now, right? Or you're working hard now or not indulging, right? Having that delayed gratification now for the future, right? And that future part of your life is longer, right? So you can enjoy that time more, you can really appreciate life more. Now it's a grind, right? For example, you get out of college, or even if you get out of high school, you get into college, you know, college is expensive, right? I go to college, it ain't cheap, right? So maybe you're like, okay, I'm gonna start like a little business, even if it's a little side cash. Like even if you're making $500 a month, dude, like that shit is so important, right? Because not only are you making that little income each month to help you pay you know, um, your future student loans, but you're also like self-teaching. You're also self-teaching yourself how to become successful and wealthy, right? And it's on a smaller scale, but once you understand how to do things at a smaller scale, like we talked about building foundations, I believe 2 episodes ago, that's when you can start to really stack your success, stack your money, stack your fame, whatever it may be. And that brings me into my next point. The better we utilize our time, the more kind of fulfilled we will feel. Because if we're utilizing our time doing stupid shit, doing things that don't matter, like down the line, down the road for the long term, if we're doing everything for the short term, right, and we want that instant like gratification, we want to feel happy now, like that's just a bunch of bullshit. Right? You know you're lying to yourself. So you do these things to like escape to like a whole different world. And it's really not helping you guys. Like I really want to see you guys, I really want to see y'all succeed. I hate when I tell people this or when I try to help people and I see them failing and failing and struggling, man, and it really hurts, man. Especially, you guys may have an experience with this too, like in your family, uh, it's hard. It's really hard. Like the struggle is super, super real. And time is precious, man. Like, first of all, just don't even take it for granted. And second of all, put as much effort into everything you're doing so you're maximizing that utilization of the time that you're spending in a day. Do something worthwhile that'll have a greater future outcome for you. What's going to benefit you in the long run? Like, okay, yeah, my lifespan is only 70 to 100 years, but guess what? If I do all these things necessary that I need to do right now in the present, then I won't have to do them in the future, and life will be easier, right? So utilizing your time leads to an easier life. Another example of this, like when we spend our time doing something that matters, you'll feel much better, right? So that's where that sense of fulfillment comes. So choosing to work on yourself a little bit every day instead of sitting around on your ass, being a couch potato all day, every day throughout the week, for 2 months straight, giving you devices like laziness, eating your feelings away, subscribing to different OnlyFans accounts. I mean, you could be getting a pump at the fucking gym, bro. You could be reading a book on self-help. Sure, you gotta read and then you gotta execute. But dude, that's a step in the right direction. That's what I'm talking about. Building that foundation is a step in the right direction. Or starting a business for Christ's sakes. Like, do something else that's not just gonna give you anything long term. Because if you're focusing on the instant hit gratification and you're not focusing on the long term, you're losing. You're losing and you're going to keep losing for the rest of your life. Once you start to utilize your time with the things that will benefit your life, then you will start to feel fulfilled. It's as simple as that. That's the main talking point, and that's what it comes down to, guys. If you don't utilize your time, if you don't schedule, you don't have to schedule like every little intricate thing of your day or, try to be perfect for that matter, because no one's perfect, right? That's, no one's perfect. No one has been, no one ever will be, right? But the thing is that you need to put forth the effort to utilize that time now for the long term goal. That comes back to goals, right? Set that goal for yourself now so you have something to work towards and you're not aimless, looking towards other avenues of distraction, of vices. Don't be a lazy ass motherfucker and get some shit done. Go out and get your fucking success, man. Like, don't let those other people take it from you, man. The world is for you to conquer. Next episode, we'll talk about how to conquer the day. The next kind of aspect of time, and this kind of goes with utilizing it, like we just talked about, but it's creating a sense of urgency in your life will help you not take time for granted and not take precious things in life for granted, like interactions with our family, like interactions and bonds in our relationships, whatever it is. Most of the time, it has social implications with friends, families, girlfriends, wives, whatever. Since our time is limited, we must instill this urgency in ourselves, in our everyday lives, whether that's getting your work done on time, making sure you get that workout, that pump, a good fucking pump, not no lazy shit where you're scrolling on your phone, done in the morning and done on time, or starting to make your goals and aspirations become a fucking reality, man. Like that shit makes me excited as fuck, dude. When I'm grinding out these podcasts, when I'm grinding out content, like yeah, dude, I'm tired as hell. But guess what? It is so worth it. And even though I don't, these last couple episodes haven't gotten like hundreds of thousands of views, bro. The fact is that I'm consistent with it and that I'm spending my time on things that matter. So why does the podcast matter to me? It matters to me because it could provide one day an extra source of income. And that's why in my mind, when I had that idea to start a podcast, I was like, I got to do this now. That urgency, I have to do it now, not later. And that's why I always emphasize at the end of my episodes, Approach life with a day one mentality, not a 1 day mentality. Because if you're just saying 1 day, 1 day, 1 day, 1 day, eventually you're going to be doing that till the day you die. And there won't be any more days left. You'll be dead. Like, you'll be gone. And you won't have the time to say that anymore. Another thing is, good things happen when you stick with it and get shit done. And who knows? It only takes one moment to drastically change your life, like in an instant. Whether it be for the best or even the worst, you could utilize your time, right? Doing something negative, right? You could be urgent in doing something negative in that time. Oh, I gotta go drink some more alcohol today, or I'm not gonna feel good. Oh, I gotta go smoke some. Oh, I gotta go take some. Oh, I gotta go smoke some weed. Whatever the fuck it is, whatever some lame ass excuse it is. Like I don't don't tell me that, bro. Don't tell me that shit, and don't tell yourself that shit. You're better than that, man. You're supposed to be a badass motherfucker warrior who's gonna conquer the fucking world one day, man. But no matter what, start getting shit done. Don't procrastinate even in the small things. Like sometimes, and I would say maybe more than 60% of the time, small things are like not procrastinating small things are super important, right? Like for example, in sports, if you procrastinate learning how to develop your understanding of the fundamentals of said game, whatever its sport may be, you're gonna be shit at the sport, man. Like you're gonna suck. Objectively, you're not gonna be good at the game, right? You can have tons of athletic talent, you can be fast, you can jump high, all that stuff, but if you are not damn near perfect at the fundamentals of the game, you're not gonna succeed, your team's not gonna succeed, and you're not gonna win. The same thing applies in life. You're not gonna win, your family's not gonna win, and you're never gonna win, right? You don't implement the little things to become a better father. You don't spend that little time on the little things with your family to become a better father, whatever it may be, man. It doesn't matter what it is. But everything. Create a sense of urgency with everything, every task you have, all your work. Yeah, I know. Sometimes there's been standstills in work. I get it, right? There's something going on at your job, and you've done everything you can. And there's nothing else to do. I get it. Happens to me all the time in my internship. I understand. But whatever you do, don't procrastinate. Start now. That's the main thing. If there's anything that you take away from this video, keep replaying me saying that in your head. Don't procrastinate. Start now. Don't procrastinate. Start now. It's super, super important that you're thinking this way every single day, starting from when you wake up. The next concept that I want to cover and go over is that time is irreversible. And once a moment in time has passed, I know this sounds like physics right now, but whatever. It's gone forever. Every moment you spend is a moment lost, right? So even if it's a good moment for you, right? Even if you're spending time, you're spending a lot of time with like whatever your girlfriends, your friends. Yeah, you're spending that time, you know, having a good time. But if you're doing that too much and you're not spending enough time on external things from that actually matter, that will create the sense of finances, family, faith, and fitness, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it all wrong. But I will say that living in the moment is super important. Throughout your life, it's how you should approach your day. It's how you should approach every day in your life. Often I feel, and this happens a lot, we take living in the present, in the moment, for granted, which is like commonplace because we're human. It's happens all the time from the daily hustle and bustle of life. Right? It's a natural thing that happens. And we're human, we're imperfect, so it's gonna happen, right? We're gonna make mistakes, we're gonna mess up. Although, and I want you guys to do this, I want you guys to do this every day, whether it's during a lunch break or whether it's at the end of the day, before you go to bed, before you get your day started, after you get out of bed. Take a minute to appreciate the gift of being alive, breathing in the air through your lungs, living during the greatest time of human civilization, for fuck's sake. I mean, god damn it. We have fucking electric cars. We have fucking fast as fuck cars. We have cool ass airplanes. We have fucking technology where we can just be like, "Hey brother, what's up?" And you'd be like, "Hey, how you doing, bro?" Right? It's super simple. Life is so easy, but it's so hard at the same time. We have so much information, at the touch of a button, at the click of a mouse. We're like, you should be thankful that you're living in such a great age. Medicine, technology, you got it all, man. And you just got to make the most of it. Another aspect of time being irreversible that is, I think, heavily overlooked and underappreciated is the importance of being capable of making conscious choices, right? So what does that mean? Well, it means looking at a situation, now not thinking of something way far in the future, but looking at a situation that you might encounter throughout your day that you possibly know you're going to encounter and be like, during that time of the day, what am I going to do to maximize my time and not waste that time, right? Especially if it's something that's been happening where it comes to like a habit or something that happens daily to you and you just can't get out of this cycle and it keeps happening on that specific time of the day, making that conscious decision and be like, I'm done with this shit. Right? I'm ready to change my daily routine. I'm ready to get rid of those negative habits. I'm ready to do what it takes to become successful, even if it means using up a little bit of my lunch break to work on my drop shipping business or to work on my podcast script. We're watching videos on how to become a successful person, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But being conscious and within the moment is of utmost importance. Because if you're just making impulse decisions, like, yeah, you might hit some, you might miss some. But if you want to create a schedule of consistency in your life and come out on top, you're gonna make a conscious decision. You're gonna have a little talk with yourself inside your brain, and you're gonna be like, look, motherfucker, I can't do this anymore. We need to make a change. Like, you need to say, we need to make a change. Because you got the consciousness, the subconscious inside you, and you got you on the outside. And you both got to work together. And sometimes you got to shut them down, right? But you got to work together to get done what needs to be done, to make the change that needs to be made, to make the move that needs to be made. And what does this entail exactly, Jackson? Well, it means making sure you foresee and try to make out what consequences your actions will have later in your life. To give an example of something simple would be deciding whether or not to swipe on your phone for 10 minutes right after you wake up in the morning or just getting your ass up, get going, and get your fucking day started. As soon as that alarm clock goes off, you got a 5 second window. Really, it's more like a 3 second window. But you feel the embrace of the warm pillow. You're like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed. Who cares? Get up, get the fuck up, get started, motherfucker. Like, the day ain't gonna wait for you. I mean, let's put this into perspective, right? Let's say you're someone who works in stocks or brokerage or whatever it is that's super time dependent, or you're in some kind of like international business trade, whatever. You got to understand that it's not the same time for everybody. So if you're waking up at fucking at 6 a.m. on the West Coast, it's already 9 a.m. EST, man. Like the day has started, people are at work, and you're just waking up. Now it's not like that for everybody, but that just puts into perspective like, oh shit, I need to go and I need to go now, right? So making that conscious decision not to swipe on your phone, not to scroll through your phone on shit that doesn't even matter, by the way. Oh, look at this. This new TikTok star's got a new video. They're shaking their fucking ass off. Who cares, man? That's not going to be make you ultra successful, ultra wealthy, ultra healthy. That's going to make you fucking lose time closer to your death. I don't know where you're going to die from, but it's closer to your death. You really have less time till you die. Like, no matter how you put it, no matter when you die, you have less time when you die when you're doing that. And I get it, man. You're gonna take scroll breaks or whatever the hell, but dude, don't let that shit consume you, man. You know, set a timer for yourself. Be on there maybe, 5 minutes. And honestly, if you're gonna scroll, make the most out of it. Learn something new. There's this thing called, I don't know where I saw it, but there's doom scrolling, right, which is getting sucked into the screen the whole time, and then there's micro learning. So it's still like short form, short attention span, like form media, but you can like learn in little doses, right? And you're getting, not only are you getting like the same dopamine hit, but you're also learning something new. You're learning something that could help you become successful in the future, right? So maybe when you're scrolling on your lunch break or something, and see how it goes. And let me know down in the comments how it went for you. To close out today's episode, I want to tell you something very important. I want you to think about and reflect on this. Dollar never bought a second of time. Dollar never bought a second of time. You got to think about that quote in reverse to really understand what it means. Keep saying that in your keep saying that in your head. A dollar never bought a second of time. All right, you badass motherfuckers. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It might have been a little bit shorter, a little longer. I'm not sure. We'll kind of see after the editing. And if you could, it would be great if you could spread the word to other people out there, especially young men. I want you to guys to emphasize this. You are the leaders. I'm not saying women can't be leaders, okay? But when it comes to it, the majority of the time, you're the leaders in your life, and you're the leaders in other people's lives. Other people look up to you. Women will look up to you. Kids look up to you. Like, you got to be a role model. Super important. You're setting a good example. Before you leave today, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to the YouTube, as well as my Spotify and my new TikTok page down below in the description. Remember this: approach life not with a one-day mentality, but a day one mentality. I'll see you next time. I'm Jackson Hogan. Have a good day. Peace.